What do astronomers eat for breakfast on the day that their $10 billion telescope launches into space? Their fingernails. You work 4 years and it all goes up in a puff of smoke, said Marcia Raike of the University of Arizona. Dr. Raike admits her fingers will be crossed on the morning of December 24 when she tunes in for the launch of the James Webb Space Telescope. For 20 years, she has been working to design and build an ultra-sensitive infrared camera that will live aboard the spacecraft. The Webb is the vaunted bigger and more powerful successor to the Hubble Space Telescope. Astronomers expect that it will pierce a dark curtain of ignorance and supposition about the early days of the universe, and allow them to snoop on nearby exoplanets. After $10 billion and years of delays, the telescope is finally scheduled to lift off from a European launch site in French Guiana on its way to 8.8 million miles on the other side of the moon. Late on Tuesday, NASA delayed the launch at least 2 days. An informal and totally unscientific survey of randomly chosen astronomers revealed a community sitting on the edges of their seats feeling it, proud and grateful for the team that has developed, built and tested the new telescope over the last quarter century. I will almost certainly watch the launch and be terrified the entire time, said Chanda Prescott-Weinstein, a professor of physics and gender studies at the University of New Hampshire. And there is plenty to be anxious about. The Ariane 5 rocket that is carrying the spacecraft has seldom failed to deliver its payloads to orbit. But even if it survives the launch, the telescope will have a long way to go. Over the following month it will have to execute a series of maneuvers with 344 single points of failure, in order to unfurl its big golden mirror and deploy 5 thin layers of a giant plastic sunscreen that will keep the telescope and its instruments in the cold and dark. Engineers and astronomers call this interval 6 months of high anxiety because there is no prospect of any human or robotic intervention or rescue should something go wrong. Like Hubble, Webb is capable of taking incredible observations of the solar system and beyond. However, its new observational responsibilities will mean that it will operate quite differently. Unlike the 31-year-old Hubble mission, Webb will not fly through space in a place that is accessible for servicing. Space Shuttle astronauts were able to service Hubble because it orbits about 350 miles, 810 kilometro, above the surface of the Earth. Webb, however, will be roughly 1 million miles, 1,609,344 na kilometro from our planet. This vantage point will facilitate the operation of its scientific instruments, which in turn will help researchers learn about the many chapters of the universe's story. It is designed to observe the light from the early universe, revealing how the earliest stars and galaxies formed. It will also boost astronomers' understanding of objects closer to Earth, like exoplanets and objects within our solar system. Webb is born of an international collaboration that NASA is performing with the European Space Agency (ESA) and the Canadian Space Agency (CSA).